Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honourable colleagues, we come to the end of our study, our debate, our analysis of C5. I rise to reiterate our support for Bill C5. We are an imperfect business, colleagues, legislation building, and we have the challenge of trying to take into consideration all the various elements that encompass the role of Parliament, and that is, of course, general elections, the will of the public, the vast regional interests that this country represents from coast to coast, taking into consideration all the various components that make Canada this great nation, and that we emulsify it all together into one powerful ball, and we call that Canadian nation building. And of course, coming fresh out of a general election, we have a Prime Minister right now that's gotten a clear mandate. All political parties, all parliamentarians have received a mandate to make it work. We're currently going through an existential crisis. Some of it due to our own doing, some of it happened out of elements that were beyond our control. But the history of this country for about 158 years has been, when the going gets tough, Canadians get going. We come together, we find solutions, we work hard, we always punch above our weight, and this is another challenge we face. And again, we come from it from different perspectives. Us from Quebec have a perspective, Atlantic Canadians do, Albertans certainly do, people from the prairies right across the country, the Indigenous people in this country also have their perspective. We are all individuals with different points of views, but again, those points of views, when we align them, we build that chain, we're unbreakable. So the Prime Minister has put forward a bill that we are going to give him the benefit of the doubt, that he's going to go with a good willingness to execute, because, as I said earlier in the amendment from Senator Prosper, legislation and bills and motions are wonderful, but there always needs to be the political will and the drive to get it done. I like to believe that Prime Minister Carney, the opposition in the other place, all of us in this place, we're all going to come together and rise to the occasion, and Canadians will come together and rise to the occasions. Those of us that believe there has to be rigid environmental balances in this country are going to have to put a little bit of water in our wine. Those of us that believe that we need to unleash resources in this country at any expense will have to put a little bit of water in our wine and come to compromises that work, but fundamentally to create wealth, to create prosperity, to create energy that will create wealth and prosperity. I think that is our common goal. The Indigenous people have to be, though, a cornerstone of everything we do. We heard the voices today. Again, I will give the benefit of the doubt to the Prime Minister. He deserves the runway. He just won a general election. And we saw, as I said on a number of occasions, the Canadian electorate, regardless of which political party they voted for, the message was clear. So I think we should pass this bill, give the baton to the Prime Minister, but we need to be vigilant. We need to do our jobs. We need to exercise our role here of keeping the government to account. And colleagues, that includes not just the opposition, it includes all senators, independent and otherwise. We should have the courage to call out the government, never be obstructionist, never interfere. Be constructive in our criticism, but use the tools at our disposal to call in the ministers, if need be, even the Prime Minister, to start calling in deputy ministers and demand answers. And because if Senator Housakos asks a question and I don't get an answer, it's not an insult to the senator, it's an insult to the institution and to the people we represent. So we need to be vigilant going forward on C5 and every other piece of legislation that we will collectively work on to make this place a better place. I will be remiss if I don't finalize by simply saying, Sénatrice Mégy, c'est votre dernier moment.
Senator Mégy, this is your last time here in this venerable institution. Thank you for your service.
My trusted whip friend, Senator Seidman, thank you for your service to our caucus, to the Senate, to the cause. To my friend, Senator Gold, I think he saw me get up and he thought it was question period again, and he ran off. But to Senator Gold, who has, with distinction, served as a government representative, and he has endured all the questions from myself and my colleagues and everybody in this place, and he's done it so well. We thank him for his service as well. So on that note, I wish everyone a wonderful summer. I hope I don't have to get back on my feet the rest of this session. Thank you very much.
Are senators ready for the question? Is it your pleasure, honourable senators, to adopt the motion? Adopté.
Carried.
Third reading of this bill, troisième lecture de ce projet de loi.
Ordonnez qu'un message soit transmis.
Ordered that a message be sent to the House of Commons to acquaint that House that the Senate has passed this bill without amendment.